In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make my pumpkin and cashew dip. It is so silky smooth and delicious. You just have to see this and you need to try it. Oh my gosh, it is so good. G'day everybody and welcome back to my Aussie Gardening Kitchen. If it's your first time here, my name's Darren, but please call me Daz. And here on my channel, I'm a cooking and gardening channel from Australia. I grow a lot of my own produce and bring it in and cook it and preserve it. If you think that's something you'd like to see more of, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell and sticking around and joining me with all my future recipes and gardening tips. So now once I've collected all my ingredients and they're ready to go, I'll cut the pumpkin up and I'll cut it into nice chunks. Then after that, I'll get the onion and I'll slice the onion into rings. Now I prefer to cut them into rings rather than wedges because I like to lay them flat in the olive oil in the pan and get them to roast evenly with the pumpkin. I'll put olive oil into my pan first, then I'll drop my pumpkin into that olive oil and I'll toss that around and give it a mix, making sure all the surfaces are covered in the oil. That way it's going to help them all brown. Once that's done, I get those onion slices into the pan, making sure I don't break them up, and then I'll coat one side in oil, flip them over, making sure I've got oil over both sides of the onions, and they're ready to go into the oven. I've preset my oven to 200 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. That is on the screen right now. And time is going to vary depending on your individual ovens. But me, for instance, it took me about 20 minutes to get the caramelization that I wanted on the pumpkin and the onion. Now, halfway through the roasting process, I actually turn the onion over carefully and the pumpkin over as well, just to make sure I can get some even caramelization on those veggies. With the cashew nuts, I'll place them into a pan and then I'll dry roast them over the pan, over a hot flame. No oil, just nuts into the pan, just moving them around and just getting a nice roasted flavor and I guess a scent also out of the nuts in that pan. Like I said, no oil at all. Now, because I was filming and doing a bunch of things, some of the little pieces have gone a little bit dark and I don't want that in my mix because they're a little bit too bitter. So by all means, if you have the same sort of issue, just pick them out before you go adding them to your mix and you'll be fine. I highly recommend a high-speed blender because they are so powerful. They will turn this mix into the most silky, smooth, creamy blend that you've ever tasted. They're an incredible machine. But if you don't have a high-speed blender, by all means, use a food processor. If you've got an older model blender, use that. Don't worry, you'll be fine. But I just prefer that really silky, smooth consistency that you get from a high-speed blender. If you don't mind, just for a moment, I'd love to explain to you that you have a chance to win. And what I mean by that is that I'm actually taking part and making this video for the Dipcember 22 collaboration hosted by Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife. Now, Angela has got a whole bunch of channels that have come together, and every day during December, we're all going to be making dips and showing you how we make our dips. And then, if you watch all of our videos and comment meaningfully, and I do mean meaningfully, no cutting and pasting because people will be checking, you can actually go to Angela's website, Angela's channel, I should say, The Inquisitive Farm Wife, on January 1st, where she's going to be hosting an event where people can win prizes. A random comment picker is going to be picking random comments, and if you're lucky enough to be a winner, you could be winning a prize. So I'm going to leave a link down in my description below to Angela's playlist at The Inquisitive Farm Wife. You can go down there, click on that link, and check out everybody's videos through the month of December. Please check them out. Consider subscribing and sharing the videos and telling all your friends about them. It helps all of our channels. It helps us all grow. We've got a great community out here and we just enjoy helping each other out. And we'd love for you to be a part of all of our communities. And if you do enter, good luck and all the best. I've got a cup of stock here and it's up to you whether you use a vegetable stock to stay vegetarian or you can use a chicken stock, or some people say bouillon, a chicken bouillon or a vegetable bouillon or a broth. So it's your choice as to what you use. So we're going to get the ingredients into the blender or the food processor if that's what you're using. Now realistically, you don't have to stress about the order that you put these things in. It's going to be fine at this amount. So I've put my pumpkin and my onion into the blender. I've got my mix of spices in a bowl here. They all go into the blender on top of that. Those pan toasted cashew nuts into the blender as well. Try not to make a mess and get them all over the place like I do. Now it's a very quick process, especially with a high-speed blender like this. So just get it in there. I've got it on high, giving it a quick mix, and with a spatula or a damper if you've got one, just if you need to, move the ingredients around at the top, just help them all to blend in. But with a high-speed blender like this, it pretty much does a vortex type pattern and it will blend everything and mix everything nicely for you. I'll be listing all the ingredients and the measurements in the description down below, so just scroll down after the video and you can grab all those details that you need. As you can see, it's quite a quick process and it comes out so silky smooth. So it's just a matter of pouring into a serving dish, whatever dish you prefer. And what I like to do is to get a bit of that sweet smoked paprika and sprinkle a bit on top, but you could garnish it however you like. It's totally up to you. A little drizzle of olive oil on top would not hurt at all, actually. Now, as far as what to eat this with, the world is your oyster. You've got crackers, you've got flatbreads, you've got cut up vegetables such as carrots and celery, capsicums or peppers, bell peppers as people say overseas. There's so many things that you could eat this dip with. It's absolutely fantastic, and I really do hope you try it out for yourself. There's a video popping up onto the screen right now. I'd love for you to click onto that one next and have a look at that one and see what I'm up to in that video. Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.